Freedom fighters, I'm coming back at you with another one, another Manic Monday episode. And I kind of wanted to wrap up on my 4th of July feelings, which I hope you had a good one, had a good Independence Day weekend. But anyway, I kind of talked about my last video where these last couple years, the holiday has like lost its luster and kind of its meaning overall, and I haven't really celebrated it, and I still did. I mean, I didn't do any, big extravagant, fireworks displays or anything. Like, I haven't done that since, like, I was, like, a teenager or, like, my early 20s, but, I mean, for a couple years now, I haven't really done anything. I mean, we had a barbecue and stuff like that, but, um, I basically wanted to cover that. And, I saw this great video that really explained it from James Freeman. And you guys should definitely go check out his channel, watch his stuff. But, I was going to post like a tweet about it, and I was going to share it and repost it on YouTube and everything. And then I went to his channel and I couldn't find the video. So I don't know if YouTube struck it down or if he took it down for some reason. I don't know. But anyway, what he was talking about was, our founding fathers and the meaning of Independence Day. And, it's been watered down, almost like everything. Like Western Christmas. Like what Christmas has become, where a lot of kids just growing up thinking it's, jolly old Saint Nick comes down the chimney and gives presents and, that's it. I've known co-workers who, are like Muslim or Asian or, just either not Christian or not religious at all, that celebrate Christmas. And I remember seeing one of my co-workers who I knew, wasn't Christian, and he was getting all these presents and stuff. I'm like, wait, like, you celebrate Christmas? And he was just like, oh, well, you got to get the kids something. Like, they're too young to understand, like, why are all my kids getting Christmas, for like all my friends are getting Christmas presents and stuff like that, and I don't do it, so they don't understand that. So he's like, yeah, we still celebrate Christmas and stuff, and get together and give the kids presents and all that, but it's lost its true meaning. And that's why I said in my other video, like, I still celebrate Independence Day, but I celebrate it from the 1776 perspective of who the founding fathers were and what they did and how they founded the country. And that's what James Freeman was going into. He was like, our founding fathers were considered treasonous, traitors and criminals to the crown. They were rebellious, they were the rebellion. I think he even mentioned in there about like Star Wars and stuff, and I posted a meme one time about that. I think it was like in reference to cops, but it was like, you grow up your whole life rooting for Luke Skywalker and the rebels, and then end up becoming a stormtrooper, which is just, one of many, a pawn in the system, the evil system, defending the empire. And you're just a faceless, nameless drone following orders, on behalf of the evil empire and his, dark crony puppets behind him. And that's all, the police and essentially the military-industrial complex and all that. If you're fighting for these people, if you're upholding this system, you are a stormtrooper. And the rebels and the freedom fighters out here are the ones, trying to regain freedom and, take down the tyranny. But, yeah, that was a great video, man. I'm going to try to look for it again. I don't know, why I couldn't find it, but he mentioned, different stuff about, like Boston Tea Party and stuff was examples of vandalism and property destruction and stuff like that, and how they used to hand out pamphlets and stuff, which was considered, treasonous propaganda of, anti-king, anti-redcoat which is why they put the First Amendment. Your first step of being free is being able to, you know, talk against your government and redress your grievances, along with protest and, you know, speaking your mind on that soapbox, which has now all become online. That's why they say online spaces is the soapbox. Propaganda pamphlets are essentially memes. So, you know, that's pretty much where we're at, and that's what he was going against. Again, we all know Lexington and Concord, and you know they were they shot the tyrants. You know, that's what happened. And I saw this other thing on Independence Day, was like a AI joke, um, you know, like remake of history, and the British were like, you know, these damn farmers and stuff like that, they don't fight fair, and the founding fathers pretty much rewrote the game plan for modern warfare. I mean, they had large battles and fields and stuff like that, but they were like one of the first who took it into took it into the woods, and they would you know, post up and knock off different armies and stuff while they were traveling and stuff like that. And the British were like, man, these guys, they fight with no honor. You know, they do this ambush style guerrilla warfare. And, you know, that kind of set the modern day game plan. But another thing I wanted to touch on here was Rep Paulina, who seems to be the newest e-thought grifter politician. I don't even know what district she's running out of, or who she represents or whatnot, but she's been in the news a lot lately with you know, she's hopping on to all the conspiracy theory stuff. And oh well, I mean, if I should get into that as well, your base Stan Bongino and Cash Patel came out the other day and said there is no Epstein case. They're wiping their hands clean and nothing to see here. After saying that they had viewed thousands or whatever, the hundreds or thousands of hours of video, and went through all the documents and did the fake binder dance and all that. Oh, nope, nothing to see here. He killed himself. And what happened to releasing the video? Nope. And then there was he kept no list either. So you guys don't have to worry about anything. That's all said and done. But yeah, this Rep Paulina posted a picture, Happy Independence Day, with her on a throne with, you know, firearms and ammo cases and an AA-12 shotgun on the ground, which a lot of gun tubers and people actually pointed out that those are illegal and were confiscated. And I think it was Iraq veteran 8888 that actually posted that he thought that might have been one that, I don't know if he said he had, or they had in the military or something, because he said it looks familiar, and he actually put an optic on one that looked similar to that. And he was like, it was probably an illegally confiscated firearm. And they don't get the irony. A lot of people do this. It's just like Ted Cruz, you know, shooting full auto ARs and cooking bacon on the barrel. It's all just, you know, hey guys, look at me, I'm one of you, and I'm one of these gun guys, and my freedoms, and, you know, they're all fake, man. They're doing it for, it's modern day clout farming. You know, you got JD Vance posting with rifles and all this stuff, and they're not really about it, man. They don't care. They're, it's all just for yeah, I'm a gun guy too, and I need the gun vote. But then they stab us in the back all the time. We've already talked about, you know, the beautiful, great big beautiful bill with the crappy suppressor and SBR rulings, and again, nobody's coming to save us, man. Your freedoms are not on the ballot. You know, and then I saw this speaker that Mike Johnson gave on the House floor about the big beautiful bill, and, you know, our rights, and that they come from God. Yet he feels that, oh yeah, well now you don't have to pay a tax for it, but you still have to ask permission. But they come from God, right? But oh no, we still have to put you on a registry list and still have to document who owns these items in case we ever have to, come and pick them up, come and collect them, you know. So again, man, there's no saving the country. Elon has suggested on setting up a new party, the America Party, which he actually went and filed for and created the party and everything, which I don't know how he's going to run that or whatnot, because he's not even an American, I don't think. I mean, I know he has South African history, but I can't remember if he was born here or whatnot, but I can't remember, and there's a bunch of conspiracy theories going on with that. Supposedly the guy that filed for it was an Indian. People were releasing his info and stuff like that. But anyway, man, like I said, nobody's coming to save us. Elon ain't the guy for sure, right? Like the guy building robots and brain chips is not going to be for your freedoms. And he has past posts too, where again, he's another one. He's a Second Amendment supporter. He's posted pictures with firearms and stuff like that. But then he's also advocated for stricter laws and, registries and background checks and everything. So again, he's not for actual constitutional God-given rights. He's for basically the select few. If you have permission for it, then you can own them. Another thing on the big beautiful bill I saw pass was Trump and a lot of people were taking their victory lap and saying, now we have the funding to deport 1 million illegals a year. Well, up to the campaign, him and Holman and all these people were saying that Biden's open borders let in 10 million illegals. So 1 million a year for the 3 more years, you're gonna get out 3 million illegals. You're at a 7 million illegal deficit there. And then when Democrats get back in, which is the point I wanted to get to about this whole, they're getting ready to drop the fall on Elon because he's going to split the party. They're already talking about it. I mean, it's already split, right? Everyone knows MAGA is now split between basically the boomer Fox News, normie conservative establishment position and the real right wing that originally thought that's what MAGA was. Like the reform, reclaim the Republic Freedom Coalition, right? Like that's what we thought we were. And that's not what we got. Which is why I say they always end up being controlled opposition. You think you're going to vote your way out of it, and you're just going to get normie Fox News conservative policies. That's all you're ever going to get. You're never going to get the revolution, right? The revolution only happens one way, and it's 1776. Your founding fathers proved that that's exactly how it goes. So I think on that note, I'm probably just going to leave it there, man. Again, let me know what you guys did. I hope you had a good 4th of July. Till the next one, man, you know what it is. We are on our own. Nobody is coming to save us. Only God can save you. So get right with God. Freedom fighters out.